and gentlemen. This is episode number 221. Kevin and I are back. What's going
Back in the saddle, baby.
on? Yeah. So we got. This is the first time I ever felt this way for a big 5 pay-per-view from WWE. It's Survivor Series weekend, and I don't care. What about you?
I'm indifferent because Survivor Series used to mean a lot of things back in the day, especially during the Attitude Era,
Yeah.
or even in the Golden Era, where like Survivor Series was just that. All the matches were Survivor Series matches.
There was stakes and
Wow.
implications back then.
Yeah. It's just gang warfare. Grab 4 other guys and just have at it and have the whole night just be Survivor Series matches. And they were pretty lit back then, but now it's just like whatever.
Yeah, so I did. I went against my better judgment and I did watch Raw, just so that I can actually get a foothold on the storylines going into this pay-per-view.
Repent for your sin.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm definitely not watching SmackDown tomorrow night. That's for sure.
You gotta at least watch Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah. I mean, all the good stuff with Roman they put on YouTube anyway. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, at least catch that.
But before we get into that, let's talk about Dynamite last night. Dynamite doing a lot better viewer-wise than I thought they would. I thought they were gonna do north of 750. They actually hit 850K.
Oh wow.
They hit over 800,000 for the first time in almost 2 months. NXT, they beat NXT by over 200,000. Which is nuts. I think NXT had like 620 or 630 something. I expect it to be a little bit closer as soon as we get closer to the NXT Takeover War Games. But I think the December 2 show for Dynamite might pull 900. I don't think it'll pull 1 million unless they announce something other than Kenny versus Moxley. But yeah, I am so excited. I love Wednesday nights. And I just actually finished watching NXT. Oh man. NXT had a great ending. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. To me, the biggest star in NXT is Pat McAfee.
I can't stand that guy.
He is such a I was a big fan of his when he was in the NFL as a punter.
Yeah.
Then he became a stand-up comedian. Then he started hosting his own podcast and radio shows and all that stuff. And then I really liked him. You know when they brought on like Sam Roberts and that other dude, and then
Sam Roberts Jr. Yeah.
And then Pat McAfee all in that same year. I was like, oh wow, Pat's good on the mic, and they're gonna have him on pay-per-view kickoff shows, and like, oh, he's gonna do great here, and then it's like, oh, he's gonna wrestle Adam Cole. Wow, this is gonna be something. And then he ended up blowing our minds. Like, this guy is the MVP right now, which is shocking. But I can't say the same for the NXT Kings because, injuries got in the way of their original plans.
Yeah.
But I thought NXT was better than what it did actually number-wise. But nonetheless, I did like AEW better. It was such a fun episode. I think this is the second week in a row where it was like a very, very high echelon WCW Monday Nitro episode.
Yeah, yeah.
What is your
I
biggest takeaways from Dynamite?
Dynamite. Well, let's see. Well, one prediction that we did last week came to fruition, but the thing that surprised me was um, Dr. Britt Baker,
Hmm.
DMD, attacking Thunder Rosa
Yeah.
during her match. Now, that's that's going to be interesting. That's going to be an interesting program for me because now that puts the spotlight on them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we talked about this. They needed a big spark to do something, and I was like, whoa, this is very interesting.
Yeah, I was not expecting that to happen at all. I thought it was just going to be another rematch and clean victory, you know,
Hmm.
successfully defend, but I didn't think Dr. Britt Baker would come out and lay out Thunder Rosa.
I thought that Rosa should have not kicked out after she got attacked, but I guess they
That
had
was
to keep
another
her.
weird thing.
Yeah, that's one thing that I don't like about Thunder Rosa, and I'm gonna get some heat for this. Like, I love Zack Saber Jr. I like Thunder Rosa, but man, it seems like they're a little bit selfish when it comes to putting other people's moves over and not sell. That's like that's like a glaring issue.
Mm,
But man, like I remember who was it? Was it Diamante or someone else that wrestled Thunder Rosa and they had a little
yeah.
bit of heat. It was reported.
Mm,
And it was because Thunder Rosa kept reversing everything and didn't sell, you know, Diamante's signature moves and stuff, which is
mm.
kind of strange. I was like, wow, she took a gut wrench suplex and stood right back up.
Oh, shit.
Okay. That was weird. Um, and I noticed that a lot of people that are like super analytically critical of pro
Hmm.
wrestling do say the same thing about her. Like they love Thunder Rosa, but but it's like up onesmanship with her. Like she like
I,
I don't know. It's tough because I don't know her personally and I'm not there in live watching, but
yeah.
I'll just struck it up to like selfish wrestling or maybe they don't want to put over. But it was a great match. It's just that it made the Britt
I
Baker
just,
spot useless almost because it didn't
yeah,
affect her.
yeah. I mean, I just wonder if they were too early on that spot or if that's what their intention was. Because then later on in the match, she hit a, I forgot what move she hit that was a bigger impact that scored the pinfall.
Hmm.
So I don't know if it was just the wrong spot to attack her, or if that was actually planned.
You know what? I had a feeling because I think Thunder Rosa made the match go a little bit longer
Mm.
because I think she wasn't supposed to kick out uh, after she got hit by Britt. I think Tony Khan sent Britt Baker back outside down to the crowd because, like I said, it didn't make sense. Like, why would you interfere in the match and then go back into the crowd after you went backstage?
Yeah.
It was kind of like a logic break right there.
Mm-hmm.
But then the ref, Aubrey, I know, like, you know me, like I'd like to blast the volume. She's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
she kept she was pointing towards the crowd, and then
Yeah.
Rosa went over, and then that's when Rosa spotted Britt sitting down. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It was weird for her to come in during the match and then lay Thunder Rosa out, then disappear, and then have Thunder Rosa kick out. and then lose the match, ultimately lose the match, roll to the outside, and then attack Britt Baker again.
Yeah.
So I was like, what just happened?
Just like it's a head scratcher, but I like where this is going.
I mean, there are people who are like intentionally set fires to structures and then come back to the scene of the crime and watch it go ablaze while cops are trying to figure it out. You know, there are those type of people, but
yeah,
I don't know. It was really confusing on that part. Not really confusing, but it was just like, why would you go back out?
yeah. Like a lot of people are like, you know, why are they featuring NWA women more than the AEW women and Sheeta and all that stuff? And now I get why. Now I start to see the puzzles taking place. So, according to Meltzer, until the NWA is 100% back in operation, they got their women, especially their women's division, on loan. Since the Joshi can't, they didn't get the green light. With all their 6, 7, 8 Joshi wrestlers, so they got NWA to kind of like bolster the ranks and stuff, and they're reshuffling everybody. So what they're doing is Meltzer thinks that all of the lower tier women, they're going through Dark to build up some wins, and then feature them in a match with their upper tier women in their division, which kind of makes sense. That's what they're doing with Anna Jay next week. Anna Jay lost to Sheeta, and then she racked up 7, 8 straight wins on Dark.
No, she's going for the.
And she's ranked number 5. Yeah, so I like what they're doing. And on top of that, it was like, oh, but people still forget that Serena Deeb is a AEW employee, like full-time employee, and she's the NWA champion. So there is a story with that. So the Britt, who I think is going to be taking the belt off of Sheeta, if Britt can beat Thunder Rosa, oh man, what if she goes? What if she actually wins the NWA Women's Championship as well, and then Britt beats Sheeta, and then Britt is the NWA and AEW Women's Champion.
2-belt Britt.
Oh boy, I would love to see that, because they need a strong babyface, while Sheeta can somehow, I hope. The only thing that Sheeta is missing is like personality. She's the best wrestler, in my opinion, in the division. She just needs personality, which I don't think they don't know how to use her yet.
Yeah, I mean, she looks lost.
Like 1 minute, her personality, she's like super babyface, and the next minute she does heel tendencies. Especially when she fights Nyla Rose. She gets super cocky. So they gotta fix that. Her English is fine. Like, if you subscribe to her YouTube channel, you can easily understand her. I understand her better than Nakamura. But I'm not knocking Nakamura. It's just that Nakamura sounds like he has, like, when you talk to somebody and they have a dip in their mouth, it's like a muffled English. That's what Nakamura sounds like to me. And Sheeta's English is like British English, because she watches a lot of Harry Potter to help with her English pronunciation. So they just gotta give her personality and more chances on the mic, and then rebuild her back up. And then when she takes the champion, she'll have the personality. It needs to be opposite of what they're doing with Britt. The other big takeaway for me was the Inner Circle Las Vegas, where they spoofed the Hangover. I love that. And John Moxley's just breaking news that he and Renee Paquette are gonna be parents. I was in the middle of drinking my drink, and then I almost inhaled it up my nose when I was swallowing when I heard that. I was like, wait a minute, what? Did he say what I thought he said? I immediately texted you.
Yeah.
Right when that happened, it's like,
Yeah.
Mox is gonna be a dad.
Yeah, first because we didn't even get to that part on the Arizona uh, taping or the Arizona feed, and my girlfriend's like, did you see Renee's post?" I'm like, on Instagram. I'm like, "No, I'm not following her." She's like, "This is what she posted," and she showed it to me. I'm like, "Wait," and then that's when I texted you, and then when I saw your text before, I was like, "Wait, what's going on? Is this for real?" So,
Oh
but
yeah, that was nuts.
I find it entertaining for the Las Vegas skit. I find it more entertaining as the weeks go on that Wardlow and Jake Hager are constantly sizing each other up.
It has to lead to something, right?
Yeah, but it's funny, especially at that bar scene where they just beat the crap out of other people. They just take turns.
I think it's gonna be Hager, Sammy, and Jericho gonna get kicked out from the inner circle, and then I see that leading to like Hager versus Wardlow in an MMA rules type of match.
Yeah,
That'll be sick. Um, but yeah, I hope they keep this as a slow burn.
yeah.
You know, like
Something's gonna give.
I want Kenny to have a dominant run as champion, but I don't want MJF to take the belt off of Kenny. You
Yeah.
know?
Well,
That's
because then you have.
that's for Hangman to do.
I mean, but then you still have the Murderhawk monster. You still
Yeah.
have the machine.
Yeah.
I mean, and then with fucking what Will Hobbs joining Team Taz now.
I got some very interesting eye-opening rumors from the circles that I usually go to when rumors actually turn out to be true later on down the line.
Look at all these rumors.
So you notice that there's a lot of trios lately?
There's a lot of trios and a lot of shapes in the trios' names.
So the inner circle has two trios.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We got the Death Triangle back. Eddie Kingston is now with Butcher and Blade. So we got two dissolved in right there. And we got the Elite. Now we got Hobbs joining
Team
Brian
Taz.
Cage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Team Taz is a trio now. SCU.
Mm-hmm.
The Gun Club.
Oh yeah.
Austin, Billy and his two sons. But they're in the Nightmare family.
Yeah, they're in the Nightmare family, yeah.
But the Nightmare family also has Cody, Dustin, and
QT Marshall.
Yeah.
Well, then you have Matt Hardy and Private Party.
So there's rumblings that they might have a 6-man tag team or / trios title that might debut as a dark title and get relegated to Dynamite. Because apparently there's a leak going around that there is a new championship leather shape of the AEW Trios title. Just the leather, which is kind of strange.
So, let me ask you this. Given those rumors, would you rather have a Trios title surface
I mean, they have
Or
to.
would you rather have a juniors title? Because I know we talked about having a juniors
Mm-hmm.
division or a junior champion. Would you rather have that come to fruition, or would you go with the rumors of having the trios slash 6-man
I
tag
want
titles?
both, but I think first I would like to see trios because right now AEW for me, you know what it is for me in
Mm.
terms of power. The AEW Championship and then the AEW Tag Team Championship, then the TNT Championship and the Women's Championship. I think they emphasize having the best tag team division in all of pro wrestling so much that it really does seem that way.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they have like so much stables going around, especially 3, 4, 5, 6 man stables,
Yeah.
they got to do something with that. And yes, there's juniors, but they can still vie for the TNT title
Mm.
until something else comes along. Maybe they have a juniors title later on down the line, but having a concurrent 2 man tag team title and a 3 man tag team title would only draw more interest from um other guys that's going to be trying to look like here's this one. The North from Impact.
Mm.
They're not going to re-sign with Impact. Their contract's coming up. And Cody and Ethan Page have been openly texting with each other, tongue-in-cheek wise on Twitter.
Oh.
Can you imagine the North, who is Impact Wrestling's version of FTR, coming over?
They might
Holy
put them
crap.
together. They might put them together like immediately
Mm,
if that's the case.
that's just amazing. Like right like oh man. I hope WWE just doesn't shove them here's $1 million and then just not do them justice for 5 years.
I mean, but where are they gonna go? Like, if they go to WWE, I mean, I don't know how they would write them in.
Yeah. They'll probably go to NXT first. Trips. But then EC3 would probably be telling his boy Ethan Page, uh, no mas.
Right?
Look what they did to me. I was a North
EC3's did
American
what? Bring up.
Championship contender and then thrown away.
They put me in the main roster, and then and here I am.
They made me, yeah, they made me into a comedy act. Oh man,
He's in ROH now, is he?
I think so.
Last time I saw him.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah. Also, Taya Valkyrie, her contract is coming up, and WWE and AEW are interested.
She'll go to WWE.
With her husband.
Yeah.
But he's so miserable there.
Well, that's what you get. I mean, he knew that going in.
Like
He's been there. He's been to the dance before. He should have. He knows that.
Okay, he signed a small contract though. It's not a long 5-year contract. Yeah. It's a small contract. So he's probably past his halfway point already. If he told her hey, we're close to the AEW guys. We live close to Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
Mm.
Since we feature them on our YouTube channel a lot. You go to AEW and I'll meet you there in 6 to 8 months.
I mean, I know he's there, teaming with the Miz again, but that's all he's got going for him there.
Matt Cardona is helping. Like a lot of people's like, what happened to Matt Cardona? Well, Matt Cardona is helping QT at QT's school. And Cody, they have like their own NXT thing going on in Georgia. So,
yeah.
So he's, Matt Cardona. I know he's got paid pretty good. Be help out. He's kind of like a player coach. But yeah. Good times for AEW. Any closing? Anything?
No, they were perfect on the picture-in-picture. So
Wow.
yeah, no gripes about that.
Oh, okay,
Like,
yeah. Now that
like it
you
makes me cringe every time they're like, "All right, we'll stay with the action. We're going live, picture-in-picture." I'm like, "Please don't lie to me." And then boom, picture-in-picture. I'm like, "All right, cool." Like
so
I hold my breath. That's how bad that's how bad it is for me. Like I actually hold my breath when they say they're going picture-in-picture because I don't want to miss any action.
so the East Coast feed on TNT Drama website,
Yeah,
flawless. But here, the Spectrum feed here in Hawaii,
yeah.
we got no picture in picture.
Ah,
Went straight to Hawaii based commercials, man. Oh man.
ooh.
Rough. So I was like, all right. Coming up on Sunday, we have a WWE Survivor Series. For the first time ever, I am not so excited. So we have Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. It's AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Matt Riddle. For Raw, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and a unmanned to be determined uh, person for Team SmackDown. You can tell, like, this is a mess. Like, this is a pay per view that probably, up until tomorrow night when they air SmackDown, there is not much that they were planning for, and they're probably going to change and tinker with stuff until the day of on
Mm-hmm.
Sunday. Because, like the women's match that we're going to be naming next, why? Like, I don't know why WWE likes to do this. Like, there is no massive payoff. Why would you put guys that obviously have a problem with each other that are on the same brand and instead make them see the light like, hey, uh, you know, we're on the same brand, we're on the same team. How about just for one night only, or at least leading up to that, you know, let's have each other's backs. You know, you got AJ Styles playing Mitch's Pitalik, pulling people's strings and trying to make his team, suspicious of one another, and Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for Team Raw beating up their own team to the point where they had to get Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce to take over the original positions of the two women that got hurt. I'm like, well, what is going on, man? Ugh. So for the men's match, who you got?
I got the referee winning the match, but I don't know. I can't even follow even on YouTube what's going on with Team Raw or Team SmackDown. So
They
I
took
believe this. I don't know. I believe this the men's Survivor Series match. I believe the Uh, Soul Survivor is gonna be Keith Lee.
okay. To me, they just took the best of who they got that currently isn't in a one-on-one program,
Mm-hmm.
and they put them in this match. Like I said, there's no stakes. You know what the stakes? You know what is the easiest way to make both teams cooperate with each other? I'll tell you.
Mm.
It's the winning team gets an automatic shot at their brand's world championship match for the Elimination Chamber.
Mm.
Because what did he do with the Elimination Chamber? They put them in this stupid elimination matches, one by one. We will determine who is going to fill out the positions of the Elimination Chamber by having a series of matches over several weeks on Raw or SmackDown.
Like they have
but it's
matches
all
to determine
predicted.
who's entering.
Yeah, but the outcome is all predicted. It's like, yeah, we knew. Why have these matches? Get rid of that. Just say the brand that wins when we have the Elimination Chamber match or the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view later on down the line. The brand that gets the Elimination Chamber match and the shot at that title will be the one, will be the winner of the Survivor Series match. They should do it that way. Same thing for the women. But they don't.
Or even or whoever is a sole survivor gets the 30th entry in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another one right there.
I mean, I would kill people for that.
Or no, how about this? The sole survivor gets to pick a special lottery pool from 25 to 30, which means he can end up at 25th or 30.
Okay, so he gets one of the last 5 spots.
Yeah. It's an automatic near the end. Because let's face it, if somebody like King Corbin comes out at 30, everybody's going to be like, aw.
Or it can be Roman Reigns coming out at 30 and everybody boo the shit out of you.
Oh, I would love it. I would love it. Especially now when he's a heel.
Oh, now, yeah, but back then, yeah.
You know what he should do? He should do one of the special Royal Rumbles where he defends the title, but he comes in at number 1 and he wins it. He retains.
I don't think that's ever been. I mean, I know the title has been defended during the Royal Rumble, but I don't think there's.
I think the champion always got. Yeah, I think the champion always got eliminated somewhere with 10 guys remaining or something.
Yeah, because that one year Triple H made him defend the title at the Royal Rumble during the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
So he got eliminated.
Ended up helping him.
Yeah, it was like the third guy. He was the 4th or 3rd to the last guy.
Yeah. Okay, so I also gonna go Team Raw, but I got AJ Styles being the sole survivor with the help of his huge 7-foot bodyguard.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but
okay.
I like Keith Lee.
Team Raw versus Team SmackDown Women. Team Raw has Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lana, Lacey Evans, and Peyton Royce. Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce are apparently 2 emergency fill-ins for 2 women who, I think it was Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose, who suffered legitimate injuries. I don't care if WWE spinning their poisonous spindles. Nia Jax did hurt those ladies legitimately. Let's face it. Versus Team SmackDown, Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and 2 members to be determined tomorrow night. Who do you got, and how do you see this match going down? Sole Survivor.
Sole Survivor is going to be from SmackDown, Bianca Belair.
Okay, so you got Team SmackDown winning. Okay, I'm going to go with Raw with the sweep. But check this out. I got Lana as the sole survivor. After getting put through table 12 weeks in a row on Raw, it's got to pay off. I want to see something pay off for her. A lot of people are giving her crap because Rusev left.
Well, that's the nature of the game sometimes.
I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I liked Nia Jax. I did. But at this point, Lana, she's consistently improving her in-ring work, her mic work, her acting, even till this day. And Nia Jax, she's been hurting people
At least
constantly.
she's consistent.
Oh, boy. Okay. This one I'm actually looking forward to. This should be a fun match. The Battle of the Mid-Card Champions. The United States Champion Bobby Lashley versus SmackDown's Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn.
Hmm. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Sami Zayn because lately he's been pulling off some Toriano stuff.
Yeah, I I agree with you. I actually thought you was gonna. Yeah, I thought you were gonna side with the Hurt Business.
Normally I would, but after seeing a YouTube highlight of how he beat, was it Cedric?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just no, it wasn't a Cedric. It was Apollo Cruz.
Yeah.
After I saw the highlight of that, tying his leg up in the in the ring setup and the apron, I'm like, there's some Toriano stuff. So I have a feeling he's gonna win that way.
Okay. We got the New Day taking on the Street Profits, the Raw Tag Team Champions versus SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Um, I am going to go. I am going to go with Street Profits. I think they're gonna win in a very clean, maybe schoolboy roll up or a roll up reversal.
Yeah.
But I'm also saying that this is the match of the night for me.
Yeah.
If we can get anything close to what Top Flight and Young Bucks pulled off last night on Dynamite, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Street Profits, barely eking out a win in a nice 13, 14-minute match.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Street Profits too. I mean, I think I think they're due, especially when it comes to them against New Day. I mean, they have the skills to pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with Street Profits on that one as well.
All right. Battle of the Women's Champions. Raw Women's Champion Asuka versus SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks. This is my lock of the night. I got Asuka winning with the nice help from Bayley.
I was thinking the exact same thing too. I'm at, but I don't think Bailey's going to be the only one involved in this match.
What would really sell
Somebody's
this
going to.
pay-per-view? What would really sell this pay-per-view is if something shocking like Ronda Rousey comes out.
Nah, it's going to be Charlotte.
Yeah, I was just going to say that too.
If Charlotte don't show up Sunday, she's showing up at the Royal Rumble.
All right.
But Asuka. I'm going to go with Asuka.
WWE Champion versus Universal Champion Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. I got Roman Reigns with the victory thanks to an RKO from out of nowhere. And what could be the second best match of the night. I wish we got this match for WrestleMania, but signs are pointing that Roman is going to be wrestling either The Rock or Daniel Bryan, and I'm happy with both of those. So, yeah.
I think The Rock's going to come in and be like, what are you doing to our
You ain't
family?
the chief until you beat the actual chief. Oh, man.
Sticking with the Sole. Roman Reigns.
All right. So by my picks, I got Team SmackDown 3 wins, Team Raw 3 wins.
The tiebreaker is going to be in the pre-show.
Oh man.
Just like the invasion. Just like invasion. They knew they were going to end up tied, so Paul Heyman had to create something, and he used the pre-show to be like, "Yeah, we beat these guys on the pre-show, so we're up one." I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, do the math. I did the math, and I'm like, yep, the main card was a tie, so they had to pull a win from Sunday Night Heat
Okay,
to make it legit.
All right, before we take it home for the weekend, some interesting last-minute tidbits here. The final Thunderdome event is scheduled for Friday Night SmackDown, Friday, December 11th. They also have NXT TakeOver on Sunday, December 6th. And according to Meltzer, it would be impossible to have the double cage, double ring war games set up if they kept the current design for the Thunderdome. They would have to definitely get rid of a lot of LEDs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and they're going to be moving to a open air 25,000 seat stadium, Tropicana Field, in the third week of December.
Tropicana Field's open air?
That's what it says.
I thought Tropicana Field was a dome.
I don't know.
That's where the Rays play, right?
I'm not sure.
Or
it could be the spring, the where they the spring, their AA spring league. Like how a lot of the East Coast or the National League teams, there's like 6 or 7 National League teams have their spring league or spring practice facilities in Florida.
Yeah, half the leagues in Florida, half the leagues in Arizona.
Yeah. So
so the spring training facility in Tampa.
But yeah, you guys can follow us on Twitter at SkitComic. That's Joshua. You guys can follow me at Bro Culture Pop. I changed my Twitter handle. That means, yes, I'll be Bro Culture Pop pretty soon on YouTube. And I made a new Twitch channel. I'm not going to get into the logistics why, but it definitely has something to do with Amazon not paying me.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I got money stuck on Twitch for the last 7 months. And they have not been able to figure out why I am not getting my payout, but whatever. We will move on. You guys can follow me at twitch.tv/Bro Culture Pop. And subscribe to us on Patreon at patreon.com/YoBroMMO. And we will see you guys next week for episode 222 when we talk about what happened at Survivor Series and if somebody else is going to have a baby. Ooh, too sweet.
Laters.